Morning class.
Metals and non-metals. 1 marks important questions. Question 1. What is the property of metals having a shining surface called? Answer. This property is known as metallic luster. Question 2. Name the most malleable metal. Answer. Gold or silver is considered the most malleable metal. Question 3. Define ductility. Answer. Ductility is the ability of metals to be drawn into thin wires. Question 4. Which metal can be drawn into a wire of about 2 kilometers length from just 1 gram? Answer. Gold possesses this extreme level of ductility. Question 5. Why are school bells made of metals? Answer. Metals are used because they are sonorous, meaning they produce a distinct sound when struck against a hard surface. Question 6. Which non-metal is a liquid at room temperature? Answer. Bromine is the non-metal that remains liquid at room temperature. Question 7. Name a metal that is a liquid at room temperature. Answer. Mercury is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. Question 8. Which 2 metals have such low melting points that they melt on your palm? Answer. Gallium and cesium have exceptionally low melting points. Question 9. Name a lustrous non-metal. Answer. Iodine is a non-metal that exhibits a lustrous appearance. Question 10. Which allotrope of carbon is the hardest natural substance known? Answer. Diamond is the hardest known natural substance. Question 11. Which non-metal is a conductor of electricity? Answer. Graphite, an allotrope of carbon, is a conductor of electricity. Question 12. Why are alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, unique regarding their hardness? Answer. They are unique because they are so soft that they can be cut with a knife. Question 13. What type of oxides do most nonmetals produce when dissolved in water? Answer. Most nonmetals produce acidic oxides when dissolved in water. Question 14. What is the product when copper is heated in air? Answer. The product is copper, oxide, which appears as a black oxide. Question 15. Define amphoteric oxides. Answer. These are metal oxides that react with both acids and bases to produce salts and water. Question 16. Give 2 examples of amphoteric oxides. Answer. Aluminium oxide and zinc oxide are 2 primary examples. Question 17. Why are sodium and potassium kept immersed in kerosene oil? Answer. They are kept in kerosene to prevent them from reacting vigorously with air or moisture, which would cause them to catch fire. Question 18. What is anodizing? Answer. Anodizing is the process of forming a thick oxide layer of aluminium to help the metal resist corrosion. Question 19. Which gas is produced when a metal reacts with water? Answer. Hydrogen gas is produced during this reaction. Question 20. Why does calcium start floating when reacted with water? Answer. Calcium floats because bubbles of hydrogen gas stick to the surface of the metal, lifting it up. Question 21. Which 2 metals react with very dilute nitric acid to evolve hydrogen gas? Answer. Magnesium, Mg, and manganese, Mn. Question 22. Define aqua regia. Answer. It is a highly corrosive mixture consisting of concentrated HCl and concentrated HNO3 in a 3:1 ratio. Question 23. What is the reactivity series? Answer. It is a list where metals are arranged in order of their decreasing activities. Question 24. Which is the most reactive metal in the activity series? Answer. Potassium is the most reactive metal. Question 25. What are ionic compounds? Answer. These are compounds formed through the transfer of electrons from a metal to a non-metal. Question 26. Why do ionic compounds have high melting points? Answer. They have high melting points because of strong interionic attraction, which requires a significant amount of energy to break. Question 27. In which state do ionic compounds conduct electricity? Answer. They conduct electricity in the molten state or when in an aqueous solution. Question 28. Define ore. Answer. An ore is a mineral from which a metal can be profitably extracted. Question 29. What is gangue? Answer. Gangue refers to earthy impurities like soil and sand that are found in mined ores. Question 30. Name 2 metals found in nature in the free state. Answer. Gold and platinum, alternatively silver or copper, are found in their free state. Question 31. Define roasting. Answer. Roasting is the process of heating sulfide ores strongly in the presence of excess air. Question 32. Define calcination. Answer. Calcination is the process of heating carbonate ores strongly in limited air. Question 33. Which process is used to extract metals high up in the reactivity series? Answer. Electrolytic reduction is used for these highly reactive metals. Question 34. What is the Thermit reaction used for? Answer. It is used to join railway tracks or repair cracked machine parts. Question 35. Where do insoluble impurities settle during electrolytic refining? Answer. They settle at the bottom of the anode, where they are known as anode mud. Question 36. What is the green coating formed on copper during corrosion? Answer. The green coating is basic copper carbonate. Question 37. What is galvanization? Answer. It is a method of protecting steel or iron by coating them with a thin layer of zinc. Question 38. Define an alloy. Answer. An alloy is a homogeneous mixture of 2 or more metals, or a metal combined with a non-metal. Question 39. What is an amalgam? Answer. An amalgam is a specific type of alloy where one of the constituent metals is mercury. Question 40. Name the alloy used for welding electrical wires. Answer. Solder, which is an alloy of lead and tin, is used for this purpose.